I didn't think a smile was that important until I found out that our son couldn't smile. You see, when you look at his picture, the first thing you might notice is that he doesn't have any ears. That's what we first noticed when we adopted him. It wasn't until later that we found out that the expression that all of us took for granted was unavailable to him. You see, a smile is not just the preferred expression for your holiday card or something you do when someone says, "Say cheese." No. A smile that's unexpected, when embraced by the beholder, can change things instantly. And I dare you to think that a smile can change a moment. We can look at our own popular culture to see how smiles have changed moments. In the 80s classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Ferris uses his signature smile to convince a reluctant Cameron to borrow his dad's Ferrari for their epic day off. Now, there's no day off without Ferris's smile, convincing Cameron that everything would be okay. Or in The Sound of Music, the Von Trapp children, they surround their new governess during a frightening thunderstorm. Before Maria can even start talking about whiskers on kittens and her other favorite things, she comforts them with a disarming smile. Or go back further in pop culture and try to find an adult who is not smitten by Shirley Temple's iconic smile. Now, the smile in portraits gained popularity in 18th century Paris, basically as a way to showcase advances in dentistry. When this self-portrait was first displayed, though, one contemporary review wrote that artists, art lovers, and persons of taste, they were all united in condemning this smile. He said that there was no precedent for this throughout history. In more recent history, we can look at a study done by the University of California, Berkeley, and Brown University. They studied yearbook portraits over time. And they measured the geometric shapes of the grin and found that beginning in the 1940s, the grin became wider with more teeth showing. Students became more comfortable sharing their smiles not only in person, but for years to come in these yearbook pictures. This was their way to showcase their smile and to change a moment every time a classmate looked back at their common past. Now, the smile was also very important during the difficult times of the 1960s. As a way to encourage more people in his company to smile more, a man named Harvey Ball, he created the smiley. Now, this most recognizable image first appeared in 1963. First, you saw it on buttons, and then basically anything it could be printed on. Harvey Ball said this about the smiley. He said that it's understood by everybody. It doesn't matter. Race, religion, political affiliation, they mean nothing. So the smile went from being a way to show off your dentist's work and the fact that you could afford such dentistry, right? To the preferred expression in photographs, to a symbol of perseverance through difficult times. And culturally, the smile is one of the most recognizable expressions around the world. In her 2015 book, Smiles from Around the World, author and photographer Ingrid Marne examined smiles from her native Sweden to South Africa, from Mexico to Malaysia, from Peru to Portugal, all places she's lived and visited. She really has seen it all. She recalled that regardless of where she went, from the Syrian hairdresser to the Chilean restaurant owner, she was always greeted with a smile. Now, many cultures use the smile as a way to indicate friendliness. Now, a smile can affect how others feel about you, but it can also affect how you feel about yourself. So what exactly is a smile? Now, neurologist Guillaume Duchesne identified two key types of smiles while conducting research in 19th century France. The first type of smile is what we call the social smile. It activates the zygomatic major muscle. Now that just raises the corners of your mouth. The second type of smile, now known as the Duchenne smile, activates the orbicularis oculi muscle. Now that raises your cheeks and it crinkles your eyes. Now, that second smile is a lot harder to fake, leading many people to believe that is a more genuine smile. But the good news is that both smiles release endorphins and serotonin, our body's natural feel-good and antidepressant chemicals. And sometimes, a smile does not even need to be seen to change a moment. I go back to author and photographer Ingrid Marne. She told me a story about a girl on a public bus in Oman. She smiled at the girl, and the girl smiled back. But Ingrid couldn't see her mouth because she was wearing a niqab. But she could see the smile in her eyes. The two chatted the entire bus ride, and when it was time to say goodbye, the girl said to Ingrid, "Thank you for the smile." For those two women, a smile changed a moment. I want to circle back to my son's condition. He was born with facial paralysis in his right side, and he was unable to smile. Well, just after his second birthday, we were given the opportunity for him to have facial reanimation surgery. What that is they take some working muscle from your leg, they place it inside of your cheek, they attach it to the remaining working nerves in your face. It was a long recovery, but now he can smile. Personally, I've never appreciated a smile more than when I found out that my son couldn't smile. But now that he has the opportunity to smile, I encourage him to use that tool every day. I encourage you to use that tool every day. A smile, it's a choice, and it's a gift. If you give the gift of a smile to someone, they may return the gift. If you smile, you may strike up a conversation with a stranger on a bus. If you smile, you may change the course of someone's day. When you smile, you acknowledge their worth with your gift, and the future possibilities of human interaction are endless. So I challenge you, embrace the unexpected, give the gift of a smile to someone, because a smile can change a moment. Thank you.